geometry of the seating situation is such that, yes, you will need to move the second row seats forward just a bit in order to fold those seats down. I don't know how this one missed being fixed in the development process. I mean, we're only missing by maybe an inch or so, which I guess these seats could have gone down a little bit further. They are, again, prioritizing that second row seat room, but I don't know. It just seems like a miss to me. Hey, Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in a very nice, very luxurious family crossover from GMC in their 2025 Acadia Denali. And in this video, we're going to examine how this three-row crossover from GMC fits our family of three. Stay tuned. All right, Holly. We have had this sleigh for a week now. It arrived just in time for Christmas. It has been our family ride for Christmas. Got a lot of questions for you, starting with, what do you think of the style of the exterior of this?
I thought you were going to ask me about the color, and I thought that was a silly question. Because I love the color.
Yes, we'll get to the color because it's very aptly named. But what do you think of the style?
So I think it's interesting because looking straight on from the front, it looks like a truck. But obviously from the side it doesn't. And then because it's an SUV. But I like driving this way better than the truck.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It does drive a lot better. We'll talk about that later.
Got a big old grill. Like
yes, it does. Like Denali's are known for. Very chromy, very blingy.
Very chromy, very blinky. It's pretty. I like it.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot.
Any thoughts on the color?
I love the color.
So, I have to ask.
It's like a smoky blue.
Is that what you think the name is?
Smoky blue.
No, no. It's a very aptly named for the week that we've had this week. It is called Downpour Metallic.
Oh, Downpour Metallic.
It has been raining so much.
Yes.
The week we've had this. And we will come back to that when we're talking interior. But yes, lots of rain.
Not today, though. It's shining in my eyeball.
A very beautiful sunny day. Does it look like it's a big three-row vehicle from the outside?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Do you think it does?
Yeah, I can see
my parents said the same thing, that they when they looked in here, they were like, oh, it's three rows. It doesn't look like it's three rows.
So one of the big things for Acadia for 24 and now 25, as we are here, is it grew over the model it replaced. Is back in line with the Chevy Traverse Buick Enclave. It's a bigger crossover. This is almost as big as a Yukon, but more fuel efficient and a little bit better packaging in here, which too we will get to talking about the inside.
Sure.
But what are your thoughts on the inside?
I love the inside, although we've talked about the gray, the light colored floors.
Yes. So with all of that rain, this is the second Christmas we've had a luxury crossover with cream colored floors, and it's rained on us.
It's gray.
Yeah.
It's gray.
It's cream colored. It's supposed to be cream colored. The carpets are a little bit darker, the floor mats, but the carpet itself is the same kind of cream that we have on the seats. Not my favorite. Your thoughts?
Not where your feet go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I do like the cream colored up top. But you know, you always take the risk of wearing dark clothes, rubbing off on it. But probably more blue jeans would rub off.
Yeah.
Dark blue
I could
jeans.
see that.
Possibly.
But it does make it feel very light and airy in here. And it makes this chocolate brown, they call it very dark atmosphere. But this chocolate brown really gives a nice contrast.
Yeah, the brown is really, really pretty.
Yeah.
And makes it look, the combination to me makes it look very luxury.
Yes. Here.
Yeah, the only thing this one's missing is the map thing. The Denali map thing.
Oh yeah, we don't
geographical
have topography etched into the wood, but it does show up on the screens when you get in it for the first time, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But then you have this that you said you didn't think it was real wood.
I don't know.
But it is textured.
It very well could be real wood. Like feeling over here where Denali is, this very well could be real wood. Yeah. They just don't tout it enough on the website for me to think it's real wood, but future me will put it in the edit. I'll do my homework. But yes, very nice, very upscale.
And even the steering wheel is this chocolate brown, which I like.
Big, thick rimmed steering wheel, which is cool.
Yeah, and then you've got the leather up here too, that it's not in the stitching.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not. I like this big.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands stitching.
All right.
I do like that.
But also a cool stitch pattern here and in our backrests. And Edward Scissorhands down here.
Yeah.
Heated, ventilated front seats, 2-person memory for the driver, power seats over here, 4-way lumbar. How comfortable are they?
Pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
2-person memory seats. Yeah.
We're about to do a 2-hour one-way trip for the day to see exactly how comfortable these are. But I would say they are more comfortable than the Sierra Denali Ultimate we were just in.
Ultimate.
Yes.
Ultimate. Even with the massage seats?
Sadly, no massage seats on this one. We had
I searched for that button for a long.
We had the corporate cousin of this, and essentially the same paint color, very recently in the Buick Enclave Avenir, and it did have massage seats. Yeah. So a slight miss that this one does not. You can buy them at the same dealership, so maybe a reason to buy the Buick massage seats. But yeah, no massage seats here.
There's not a lot of gloss black. That's
no, there's not. It's just on this
big screen.
Very big screen. 15+ inch diagonal screen.
It's an iPad.
Yes.
A big one.
And it is a little bit of a break for General Motors. They said they were going to do all wide screens to emphasize the width of their vehicles. But here they said, no, all GMCs are now going with this big iPad-like display, which has lots of space on it and really does show off a lot of stuff. You've got a huge view of the map right here. Even if we go here, we've still got a very large map, but the tiled display gives you a lot of really cool stuff to see. And then I joked, if you go to your music, tons of songs listed here. You can see the entire playlist without even really having to scroll.
Yeah, that's
so good. Very big screen, and then HVAC controls down here.
Yeah, you can also see what's on there on your display here too. And there's a head-up display.
Yes. So lots of screens in front of you. I will say, before we get off of this screen, there are a few downsides. So heated and ventilated seats, you hit this button, you come up here, and now this is where you do heat and ventilation, which, okay, I'm fine with. That's not ideal, but I get it. But the problem I have is, if you are on the cameras, which you can do at any speed, you can't, even though there's nothing here where that little pop-ups.
Maybe it's for safety.
I don't know, but I don't like it. It's a shortcut for me, and it's something that's software that could be fixed, much like these software poverty blink buttons that do nothing. Like, this is software. I feel like we should have figured out a better layout than reminding you you don't have a feature, or this doesn't have the option of a feature in it. So
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, but we'll come back to interior because we are turning on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas, where we can do Tucker's wobbly head test, see how the ride handling is of this. Tucker, what do you think back there?
It's a little wobbly, but I want to see how big bump.
Yeah, we're coming up on the biggest bump right here.
Hear it more than you feel it.
Yep, I would say that's probably due...
a little bit, but it wasn't jarring.
That's probably due to the fact that it's riding on 22-inch wheels of the Denali Reserve package.
So what makes a Denali an Ultimate? Can you get that on any car?
The Ultimate comes on Yukon, Denali, and Yukon AT4, and then Sierra 15 and 2500 Denalis have the Ultimate, and that's that umber leather and a few other details on the inside.
So is this real leather?
Yes, this is real leather.
Oh, okay.
But it's that...
Not umber leather.
It's the hue and the smell smell of the leather in that Denali Ultimate we just got out of. But no, this is the Denali Reserve package, and I'll go ahead and say what it comes with here. We get performance suspension, the Bose 16-speaker sound system, 22-inch wheels, all-season tires, and the panoramic sunroof. All come in that Denali Reserve.
So what are the levels of packages on this one? Or
That's
is this
really,
the base?
No, this is the top. The Denali is the top, and then it's got the Reserve package, making it the nicest.
Okay, so what's a base one called?
There are 3 trims. There's the Elevation trim, which is kind of the everyman version. There's the AT4, which is kind of the off-road version, and then there's Denali. So 3 trims. When this was introduced at the Detroit Auto Show, the GMC spokesperson said that something like 75% of their vehicles either wear an AT4 premium off-road badge or a Denali badge. And I would say with 2/3 of the product lineup wearing those badge on this trim or on this vehicle, they're leaning into it.
Yes.
But yes, GMC is a premium customer. But yeah, rides well. We'll come back to ride and handling as we get going a little bit more. But lots of screen here, lots of toggles and buttons here.
Are these actual buttons?
Yes,
Yeah, I guess so.
And they're very tactile, and I like it. Your volume is a knob right here that is also very tactile, that I like. And then you've got a digital screen behind your steering wheel that you can page through a few different things. You can have your map up there if you want. But as you already alluded to, you've got a head-up display telling you all the pertinent information up there.
Yep.
Posted speed, your actual speed, things like that.
Cars in front of you.
Yep. You do have one more screen looking at you, but you typically turn that off in our rear view camera mirror up there. But lots of screens, lots of things to look at up here, and to help you keep focused. This does have Super Cruise, which I hope we can get you using while still on camera.
I don't think so.
We're gonna do a little fun test. By your left thumb, there is a steering wheel button that is Super Cruise. I don't know that we've gotten you doing Super Cruise in anything since
There's 4 steering wheel buttons.
since the Suburban that we took across Texas.
Suburban!
So there you are. Everything's green. Is this green?
Yeah.
All right. Let go.
Let go!
Let go.
Let go!
Let go. Completely hands-free cruise control. It will do lane changes. It's watching you. It's got cameras facing you to make sure you're paying attention.
Fast enough.
You can up the speed right here.
I don't know. This one's making me a little bit more nervous.
Just tap your blinker as if you wanted to get over, babe.
This one's a little more.
Oh, look, you're changing lanes without even what? Isn't that awesome though?
Now, what if I just left it on? Would it keep going?
I did say tap it, so no, it would tell you to turn it off. But I'm gonna make us go just a little bit faster here because this does do automatic lane changes.
You mean it goes? Oh, because we're behind them.
Yes. And in theory, it should see that car in front of us and be like, oh, time to get over.
Nope, there's somebody beside me.
There is somebody beside you. But it'll give you a little buzz in your booty when it realizes it is clear and safe to do it. Is it going to do it? Why don't you give it a little tap? Just tap. Don't click it all the way.
No, we're testing it.
Well,
if you give it help, it's not testing it.
I do realize that. Sometimes you need to get in a rhythm before it gets into a rhythm, I've noticed historically, but complete hands-free lane changes there. Now when we do get up to an open spot that is doing the speed we have it set to, which I'm going to bring us back down a little bit, it's going to be a little tough with all the traffic out for the holidays and such, but it will, in theory, move you back over as well. So, thoughts on completely hands-free? Are you comfortable? Are you relaxed over there?
I'm not relaxed.
Would it be better if you had a massage seat?
Maybe.
But yeah, complete hands-free driving. Look at
this
you.
one is a little bit more wobblier than some other ones. Better than the Ford
Yes.
Lightning.
You are actually getting to test it out in this vehicle before me. So I have not yet tested this feature.
It's gotten better.
Yes. Like I said, it's kind of
straight.
got to get into a rhythm and a groove. I am curious once we get in front of this 18-wheeler if it will automatically get back over for us, because it senses that, okay, everything's clear. So let's see. It'll give you a little buzz in your booty with the safety seat if it realizes it's clear and safe to get over. No, not going to do it. No automatic lane changes in this one. So that leaves it to you to tap the turn signal arrow to move you back and forth. But thoughts on Super Cruise? All right. Back to the main review.
It's all right.
This has the GM safety seat. So if you get too close to somebody or the vehicle senses danger, you get a little vibrate in your booty.
Yeah. A little.
It's
a little sensitive, I will say.
So we've got
I've had a lot of
we've got a 13-degree incline driveway. It buzzes you going down the driveway because don't back into something.
Well, even when we were coming out of the parking lot of the church, it's not that big of a steep, and it gave me a little buzz there. Yeah, and to me, I'm like, I like it. It's good, but if I lived with it all the time and it was that sensitive, I'd start ignoring it.
Fair point. Okay. More
like your sensitive low tire.
Yes.
You just always have a low tire button on.
Thoughts on storage in here? Your phone is currently in the realm
and I love it.
Of our hands, but hidden under here. It is charging. We do have USB-A and USB-C right there. A couple of cup holders right there.
This is big.
Very large.
It has a little shelf, which I like.
And then
like that.
Pass through down here. Now, you've complained before. I see how far forward your seat is. Can you get into it with your seat like that?
I didn't even know it was there.
Oh, well. Maybe if you reach around to the other side. Tucker, how's your space there in the second row?
Great.
Great?
If I was sitting behind mine, it would definitely.
Yeah, you'd have even more room. Well, now is a good time to talk about what then, T-Man?
Putting in my child safety seat.
In both the second and third rows, and then we'll talk about storage in this vehicle. You'll have to forgive my attire. It's actually Christmas Eve morning as I am recording this. And no, I did not want to leave, but we've got bad weather in the forecast, so I wanted to make sure and get this child seat in before we took road trips in this beautiful Denali. But first, I want to show you what it's like for adults. Plenty of room here in the second row of seats. Very roomy, very spacious for adults and children alike. Lots of amenities back here, including heated captain's chairs, but no ventilation. Tri-zone climate controls on the back of the center console with ceiling mounted vents, which I really like. Cup holders on the back of the center console. Armrests on the captain's chairs. Lots of storage here in the door. Repeat of all the same materials and designs from up front. A little bit of storage down there, and then yes, we do get a little bit of a recline. Now I can see very nicely out of this massive panoramic glass roof up above me, and oh yes, these seats do slide forward and back. So very good amenities, though we are missing some built-in roller shades back here. Slight miss in the segment for a family vehicle, though I really do suspect these are probably going more towards families with grown children or older adults. I don't know, but that really is just a nicety, luxury that it's good to have. Talking about Tucker's child safety seat and the fact that this is 3 rows, you may be wondering how exactly do you get back there? Well, as I showed you, the seats do fold and recline, but there is a button right here on the side of the seat and one here on the back of the seat to allow you to get into the 3rd row seat with a child seat still in place, which you know I really like here on the channel. Climbing back here for adults is fairly reasonable. You get plenty of room from the opening right there, and these seats come back and slide into place. They are touching my knees right now, but like I said, they do slide forward and back. So there could be some negotiation with all 3 rows in here. I really like it. It's fairly comfortable back here. Don't know that you're going to be getting 3 adults, especially adults my size, seated across back here, but it could be done. The 3rd seatbelt is mounted in the ceiling here for when you fold the seats down. I do still get my air vents in the ceiling back here, though they're pointed right back at my face. I get a decent sized window back here. I get a USB-C power and a few cup holders, but the amenities back here have dried up just a little bit. No stitching, no accenting. It's just all this cream color, which I feel GMC went a little overboard on, because if you look down, even the floors are cream on this one, and that's a no-go. I think it should have been this chocolate color, because as I mentioned, we do have bad weather in the forecast, and I feel these cream carpets are gonna start to look a little bit dingy. But that's enough with me back here. Let's get Tucker's child safety seat in and show you what that is like. The real question is, how does it fit back here? And you may actually want to fold the seat down to get it in, because yeah, that was quite an adventure. But once you get it in here, you will notice there are no lower latch points back here. So you are going to be using the seatbelt method. And because these headrests fold down, in order to fold the seat down, you are given just a slim opening to get that top tether back in through. It's not my favorite third row in the segment. I would like to see lower latches back here, but I would say it works in a pinch when you need it. As much as Tucker likes riding in the third row of 3-row vehicles, this isn't where this seat is going to stay for our Christmas week with it. Wow, that was a lot easier to get out than put back in. And I do want to show you exactly what it's like putting the child seat in the second row, where it is really going to spend a majority of its time. We do have adjustable headrests here for you to get a little extra room to drop that top tether back in behind. The lower latch points are exposed because the leather is actually cut out around them. And let's see, how easy are they to attach? I can see it just fine, but my goodness, the car seat does not, there we go, want to attach to it. Come here to the inner one. That was a lot easier. And because of the height of the vehicle, I'd say this is pretty easy to ratchet down. I did show you they do slide forward, but not a lot. So the real trick to being able to get that top tether in is to push and hold this button here on the side to give you great visibility of that top tether back here. And then there is a little give to the seat back here. I do wonder what you're going to be doing long term to the seat material, but it does look like there is no buckling. So that is a big win. It makes for very easy installation from the side without having to go around to the back. And yeah, you can snug it in very nicely. This ain't going anywhere. Speaking of going around to the back, let's look at all the cargo options in this one. As we approach the rear of the vehicle, you can do a proximity key to where it will actually open up when you get close to the vehicle, but there is also a remote latch back there. No more kick to open, which I actually prefer not having kick to open, because you just have to dance around like an idiot trying to find the right spot to kick. And behind the third row of seat, you can see we have plenty of space back here. I really do appreciate GMC really leaning into the cargo space on the Acadia. It has grown over previous generations, and that space is very welcome, but there is more than meets the eye, because there is enough down here for you to hide a backpack, a small roller bag, and underneath there is where your spare tire resides. So it's not exposed to the elements either, which I really like, though it does mean you're gonna have to empty out all of your cargo, and I mean all of it, in order to get to your spare. If you need more space, you have those power folding third row seats that, unfortunately, as you can see right here, do bump into the back of the second row seats if they are all the way back. But now, yep, even still, the geometry of the seating situation is such that, yes, you will need to move the second row seats forward just a bit in order to fold those seats down. I don't know how this one missed being fixed in the development process. I mean, we're only missing by maybe an inch or so, which I guess these seats could have gone down a little bit further. They are, again, prioritizing that second row seat room, but I don't know. It just seems like a miss to me that it is entirely possible that you can come back here to the back of the vehicle and not be able to fold all the seats down without having to open a door. But when you do, you can see just how much space is in this 3-row vehicle with all seats laid down. Of course, yes, I can't put Tuckers down. And then you can see we do have places to put a roller shade and hide even more cargo from prying eyes back here in the back. We do have a power close button right up here on the hatch. And I'll go ahead and come to me at 5'10". It is a little on the low side. It is a programmable hatch, but this is as high as it goes. You can program it through the screen up front, but yes, I would love for just a little bit more space underneath that hatch. All right, so things we like. Second row, you can, in theory, leave a child seat in place and fold those seats forward to climb in the third row. Check your owner's manual.
Of your cars.
Yes.
I'm sure you can do that.
But yes, very easy to get into the third row. Spacious for me as an adult, though. I don't like that there aren't lower latch points in that third row. We've tested 3-row crossovers that do have that, so seatbelt method.
It would be so easy to have it too.
Yeah, seatbelt method only in that third row. But let's talk about storage in the way back.
Okay.
We're on a 2-hour trip. We're going to Holiday in the Park. It's Texas in December. We don't know what the weather's going to be.
Yeah.
We have all of our coats. I've got my backpack back there. But if you were to open up that rear hatch, it looks completely empty. How is that?
There is under the floor storage.
Yep.
I love it. It's huge.
Yes, it really is. And I was actually able to put all of our luggage behind the third row of this vehicle, which is impressive because we're also testing a big boxy 2-row vehicle that did the same feat, but you could see all of it and only had 2 rows. This has room for 3 rows of people and all this stuff, which is good because that's how many bags you would take with an Acadia.
All of us. Yeah.
So very impressed there. Things that we do like in the second and third row: ceiling mounted air vents. Things I don't like in the second and third row: no sunshades.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. All right, you've been driving it a while. How is the power? How does it feel really getting it out onto non-brick streets? How has it been driving?
I don't want to say it's slow, but takes a little minute for it to get up to going.
Yes, and I confirmed that in my solo review. I did 0 to 60 test this, and while yes, when you are up and going, it feels peppy and spunky and spry, even in sport mode, this is a little sluggish to actually get going.
Get up and going. Yeah, but once you get up and going, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But it does feel like you're chugging along for just a few minutes.
Yeah. It does have a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine where prior years did come with a V6. It's the way of the future. Less cylinders, little turbo, more power, less fuel.
And then once you get it up going, it's not stopping.
Yeah. Does it feel as big as it really is? You said from the side it didn't look like a 3-row.
Right.
But pretty spacious in here.
Yeah, it's pretty spacious in here. Driving it does not feel long and huge.
Yeah.
Other than it takes you a minute to get up to speed.
How is it parking?
I haven't had any issues parking because the 360 cameras are so easy to get to and they stay on.
Yep.
So,
I mean, here we are at 65 miles an hour, still on. Most competitors would say.
Yeah, I would say the only issue I've had is that it is so big, is that I'm in the lines, but I'm like, I better scooch like more in the middle so somebody doesn't hit me when it comes out, because she's big. She's wide.
It's deceptively big.
Yeah.
Once you get inside, it's like, my goodness, especially with all the light colors.
Yeah.
It makes it even airier.
Feel bigger. Yeah.
I will say they do really lean in heavily to this screen. To get to the trip computer, you have to go to vehicle status and then trip. We've put 248 miles on it. We're averaging 19.9. That does include me 0 to 60 testing it, where pedal to the metal. But it is rated at 19 city, 24 highway, 20 combined. Again, that is 0 to 60 testing and mostly city driving. But Tucker, you see this number in this black box? All right, Holly, so what do you suppose the MSRP is on this one?
82.
Oh, lower.
Lower. Okay, 78.
No?
72.
No?
Okay, go ahead, Tucker.
64.4110.
I'll help our
64.
6-year-old out a little bit. $64,410.
Wow,
Yeah?
that's not bad.
For all this.
For all this.
So what say you?
I like
Getting
it.
one?
Yeah, maybe. I really have enjoyed driving this one.
Yes, it has been really nice for us. We're about to pick up our niece, your mom, and continue on our merry way to Six Flags in Arlington. See how this
And we'll
really...
have plenty of room for them.
Yeah, and we'll
in
see
here.
how that works for all of us, how the fuel economy turns out long term. But yeah, this is a really nice one and has been very great for us while we've had it.
I feel so bougie too.
Well, you're in a Denali.
A Denali preserve.
Yes. And on that note, if you want to see more from Holly from Tucker, some behind the scenes stuff, find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, you name it, all at GT Garage Talk. Or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com where you'll find links to all that we do, including our award-winning podcast. But as for us, we got some people to pick up in our Denali Reserve. So until next time, Gearheads.
Bye.